I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Just the opening itself, for me, signified how great this show would be. And it did not disappoint at all. So, pretty much what I'm going to do here today, I got this broken up in, let me see here, I can't remember. I've got it broken up in 5 different sections. Story, hold on a second. Story, characters and villains, action and animation, and the music. Then overall for the 5th one. So, I'm ready today, I'm ready to do this. I got my bottle of water so I can keep hydrated. H2O needed. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started in this review. And let's just start now with the story itself. So the story of One Punch Man follows our hero and main character, Saitama. He can be anything within one punch. If we see a story, he starts off, he's someone who's unemployed, he's always looking for a job, he can never get lucky with a job, and it comes to a point where he comes towards the first villain not the first villain we see in the series, but the first villain he ever come across was this crustacean-like dude, and, you know, he ate, he ate so much crabs he turned into one himself. I don't know, listen, this anime is very good with the humor, the comedy is very well done, but it just pretty much shows his eyes at that point are lifeless, and he has to end up saving that kid with the cleft fucking chin. Like, this fucking double D status over here. This crab goes to kill him because he drew nipples on him. And that's where the point where we see Saitama's first transforming. He gets the shit kicked out of him by this guy. And he gives us a whole rant, how he's always wanted to be a hero, how he's always wanted to be able to beat all of his enemies with one punch. And after defeating this first crustacean creature thing, he devotes his life to being a superhero. We follow the story of Saitama, and you can put it 2 different stories going to happen in one by one. He wants to be the greatest hero, the highest ranked hero. And the other one you can sit and say his other objective is to actually fight an opponent he can fight seriously just for the first time. They won't die in one punch. He's a hero, and he wants to be the best hero. He wants to protect the people, and he wants to find an opponent he can go all out against and be 100% serious. For the most, that's what you're following. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's go on to the characters and villains of the series. So, characters and villains of One Punch Man. First, let's start off with, like, the good guys, in a sense, the main characters, or side characters for a better term. So, the main character, obviously, Saitama. We'll talk about him for a little bit. His personality as a character, he's very sometimes oblivious of things. He's very funny. He has a stale fucking face a lot. Like, it's funny as fuck. Like, I don't know how to explain to you. If you've seen the anime and you're still watching this, you know what I'm talking about. He's very hilarious. He's funny. He's like I said, very oblivious, kind of dumb, kinda. But overall, he's a good person overall. He's a very good-hearted person. He also he can get a little hold on a second, goddamn. He can sometimes get a little impatient sometimes, like back when Genos was talking about a story. he just, I don't know. He don't have patience sometimes. He does not like mosquitoes, obviously. We all remember that infamous fucking mosquito scene from One Punch Man where he couldn't kill the mosquito. He doesn't like bugs. He don't like bugs. He thinks bugs are disgusting. But for the most part, Saitama is a very nice person. He's very, like I've already stated what he is. So he's a very lovable character. So let's get to our second main character. It's Saitama's student. It's Genos, or Genos, however you want to pronounce it. Genos is a cyborg. He's half human, half machine, but for the most part, he looks more machine than anything. The only thing that looks like it's still human is probably his brain. But Genos has a history with a dark, I think it's dark cyborg or something like the dark. I can't remember what it's called. I have to go back and look. But he has something he will take vengeance against, and he decided to have Saitama be his sensei, his teacher, after he seen Saitama beat that mosquito queen with like one punch. That shit was funny. Like I said, I'll get into it later on, but he doesn't believe Saitama, because Saitama even told him way back in the early stages of the anime how his training method was. So overall, Genos, he's pretty badass. He's a badass man, but there's a lot of times he gets murked a lot. But overall, Genos, I like Genos. Pretty cool guy. He's my boy. I like him. Now the villains, there's a couple I want to talk about that I really, really want to talk about. The Mosquito Queen, she had speed. She was whooping Genos' ass. She wasn't bad, but the one that really stuck out, which looked like it was the first major threat, was Deep Sea King. Okay, hold on. Deep Sea King. I love this dude. Even he had the hearts for nipples. Hearts for nipples, but he was still punking everyone. Genos, you know. Pooty prison. Oh my god. There's only two people he didn't punk. I mean, he did punk one, but he's kind of at a disadvantage with Sonic, which I'll get to in a second. But Pooty prison, Genos. I mean, all these heroes were falling prey, and then you had another hero I didn't mention, fucking Woman Rider. Oh, this guy is like the king of the fodder. Like, he's king of the fodder. He's like, by the time he gets to fucking Deep Sea King, he's like fucking already wore out from riding his bike, and it just left that fucking kid. They were agitating the fucking Sea King, and he's just like, yo, Loki's like, you can do it, Woman Rider. Like, they were doing like that, getting pumped up. Oh my god, he's actually going to do it. He's going to beat him, and it's just like, no, welcome to reality, bitch. And just Deep Sea King beats the shit out of one punch. That's it. I mean, oh. And then you had Saitama, and that was the end of that. But the one villain I gotta talk about the most, and everyone knows who it's gonna be. Lord Boros. Lord Boros. Oh. Yo. I'll talk about. Let me just keep it really short for the animation overall. The animation throughout the whole series, it was very consistent for the most part. There was a couple parts where I thought it could have been better, it could have been handled better. Way better, sorry. Let me get on to the real big thing I want to talk about, the action. Okay, listen, action-wise, there's so many fights I want to talk about. There's only going to be a couple, though, that are pivotal in the series that I will talk about. Episode 1, you can talk about, yeah, the action and that shit was cool. It was awesome. Saitama one punch and everything. But the main part of that I want to talk about is the dream he had. That, by far, was so great. And another one that pops into my head is Genos versus Saitama. Whoa. Genos, it it was Genos. Genos was so impressive. Everything he was shooting out, the animation and everything, and that was just so beautiful. That fight was pretty cool. It was pretty badass. And then you see that one punch, it said death on it. And he just, the shockwaves of his punch blew away that fucking mountain. It goes into the next fight with the Deep Sea King. Yeah, Putty Prison, not really going all, didn't really stand a chance, I don't think, against Deep Sea King. He was holding his own for a while, but but I want to talk about the Speed of Sound Sonic and the Deep Sea King fight. That shit was amazing. Like, Sonic, not even the rain's fucking touching him, dude. Not even the rain. He's punking the Deep Sea King. Easy. And then Saitama comes in, and he did. Just one punch, dude. That shit was cool. And that was a good fight, I thought. Boros versus Saitama. The first villain we see that dude can take a punch from Saitama. Granted, he's regenerating, but he still is taking punches. He took consecutive normal punches, and he just regenerated back. Yeah, he was hurt, but still. He punched Saitama to the fucking moon. And Saitama comes right back. And let me just say, when he was in the moon in space, I did like how they added no sound. Very well done. Last thing we gotta talk about overall. Not the actual overall. But overall is the music. So, oh shit, I guess we probably got music. So overall we got left is the music. So let's go ahead and start with the music, what I thought of it, and go from there. Now the music for itself, overall, I have no gripes about whatsoever. I thought every scene, every music every theme and OST was used in every scene of this whole series was well placed. It really got the emotion going. You know, got the part from where Genos is explaining the story, and got the sad piano music in the background while Saitama's getting pissed because he won't shut the fuck up. Like, it's so sad, but at the moment it's still got Saitama. He's pissed. He don't want to hear it. You also got the parts in the fights. The fights are always awesome. You got the one part where the crowd's getting pumped up, and removed from Moon Rider against Deep Sea King, and the music's getting pumped up, and as soon as Deep Sea King hits him, gone, music stops. It's like, yeah, this ain't a fucking fairy tale. But overall, music for me, I thought personally was well done, well placed. It was great music. It got the situations pumped. It made them sad. It was just great. So, but yeah, overall, music for me, spot on. I thought it was just overall great. And that's really all I got to say about the music. It was just well done, well handled. So let's just get on to the last part of this whole video, and let's go to the overall, what I think about it in general. So after going through everything in this whole series, so going through the story, the characters and the villains, the fights, the animation, the music, overall, I can honestly say without a doubt, this anime of One Punch Man has been superb. In my opinion, it's been the anime of the year of 2015. If you don't believe me, I mean, you have the right not to believe me, you have the right to disagree. It's my opinion. This is what I think. But I've seen it all around. If you have iFunny on your iPhone, not endorsing iPhone or nothing, or Apple. But if you have iFunny, or I mean, you can get on Android too, but if you have iFunny, you'll see on there, One Punch Man has become a hit. People love One Punch Man. There's so many One Punch Man memes on there people make, and gifs, and it's become a big thing. I have a lot of friends now who've watched it that love One Punch Man. But yeah, overall for me, I thought One Punch Man has been a hell of a fucking anime to watch. I had a blast. I wish I could have been around to review it. Like I've mentioned, I wasn't around for those times because I was lazy, and the other fact that my old computer would not connect to the internet. But once again, if their season 2 does come out, I will be around to review it, do live reactions. I can do that now, actually show you the clips while I'm watching it. But overall, I've advanced technology. I'm getting up there with quality-wise, I think. But either way, overall, my thoughts initially on this whole series. I loved it. Great. Just outstanding. Had some weak parts, but not very often. Through all of it, I thought it was strong. And so, my final review of this whole anime, maybe season 1, overall, I'll have to give it I'll have to give it a rating of a great plus to amazing. So that's all I've got to say about it. I hope you all enjoyed my review, my thoughts of this amazing series we've all come to love and just come to grow in love. And hopefully we'll get a season 2, and I'll see you guys for the live reactions on that. So as always, I'm Supernova, and all of you have a nice fucking day. Later.